All right, guys. Um, so my grill finally showed up. Not this one here. This is not the one I was waiting on. So my grill slash griddle showed up. I was finally able to get it put together the other day. I should have videotaped it. Didn't think about it. I was just too excited after going back and forth with FedEx and all that. And I finally found two nice guys that worked at FedEx in the office or in the place where I was supposed to pick it up, even though everybody except for corporate FedEx knew that package wouldn't fit there. So anyway, they were able to track the package down, help me out, got the package. So today I am out here and I decided, since I have access to this grill here, as well as the other grill, I'm going to clean this one up. As you can see, this was a neighbor's grill. We picked it up. It's kind of dirty. It's been sitting out here. It hasn't been used. So we're going to clean this up today, and we got to clean up that a little bit today. The issue I have out here is that big wagon over there. It's stored here. So I've got to work around that somehow. But I have some ideas for that, so we'll go into that as we get a little closer. So my first job is I'm going to clean up all that space over there. Try and get all this cleaned off. So there may be pause and go, pause and go, pause and go, but we're going to get started on that. First things first, we're going to hose this down a little bit, get it cleaned off a little bit, because I don't want to be working in here and then have food all around. So I figure we'll just clean this up. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just so long as it's just got some of this leaf debris and cobwebs and stuff off of here. This is just another plan of mine to kind of help alleviate some of the cooking and whatnot. So I can get out here, I can cook out here, I'll be outdoors. I like being outdoors. Just, I never seem to find enough time out here. What I should have done is brought one of my push brooms out here and pushed this up. Probably would have been a lot better, but we're getting the majority of it, and that's all I really want. I just don't want to be tracking this in and out of the house as I go in, because the area downstairs, it is a basement area, and that's where I go in and out. My room is down here, and I don't want to track this in and out of my room. My room is really nice, so I want to keep it that way. So I figure we'll rinse this off, and even have a little chair down here I can utilize. I think eventually what I might do is there's a small area in front of the patio that's out here now. I might just add a little bit onto it. Let's try and get some of this off of here. Get this rinsed off real good. This has been sitting out here for a while. Our neighbor gave it to my roommate, and he kind of put it down here for me to use. But it's covered in mud daubers, nests. So I've got to clean that out before it's even usable. And I've got to clean out the grill and stuff, because it's a little dirty. So we'll just get the worst of this off. That's all I'm looking to do. I have a blower down here. I'll blow some of this water off when we're done. I just want to get it just a little bit cleaned up. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just don't want to come out here every time and have dirt and debris all over my feet as I go back into the house. Oh, almost got the camera. Woo! I.e. my phone. That would be great. So we'll get this all cleaned up here a little bit, and then figure we'll just hop on the grill. We'll get that cleaned up a little bit. So let me move I'll unveil the new griddle here in a little bit. Right now we're gonna move it out of the way a little bit so I can get this other area. It will not be against the house like that, because, well, I don't want to. It's vinyl siding. I figure we don't want to melt that. I've seen people that have done that, and yeah, it's kind of crazy. I always wonder, like, what were you thinking? What was the thought process behind that? Putting it close to the house like that. So This corner by the door, of course, is always the worst. It just seems to stack up here in the corner always. So, like I said, we're just going to get the worst of it off. And of course, this is pretty gnarly. This corner is the worst. That other corner was pretty bad, but this one takes cake for sure. To get some of this stuff out of here, then I'm not walking in and out of the house with it. So just get the worst of it. It'll be good. Again, I got the blower out here. I can come through and I can blow it off a little bit more too as we go along. There's quite a bit of gunk here. Now the hose is going to get in the way. All right, here we go. So this is getting the worst of it. That way I'm not tracking it all into my room and my area down here. We got to put those bricks back to block that cart from rolling around. We don't want that. Yeah, got that was on the ground. I'll put that up there, I guess. See, where's that blower? See if we can get some of this, more of this stuff down with the blower. Oh. Sorry, guys. Oh, that's not blowing your eardrums out. I do apologize for that. Right. So, as you can see, it's way better. Of course, I just tracked a whole bunch back on, but it is wet today. It's been raining a little bit. Not heavy. Not heavy, like a heavy rain. Just a misty kind of rain. So, it was kind of wet out here already. So I couldn't really blow it off that good. But got the worst of it. And over the next few days, I'll keep coming out here as it dries out, if it dries out. Because I think we're expecting a little more rain over the next few days. So as it dries out a little bit, come out here, rinse it down a little bit. This yard is just covered in trees. So, yeah, it'll be next to impossible to keep it totally free of bugs and stuff. So the other issue I have is this thing is covered in mildew and whatnot. So I brought out some good old bathroom cleaner. One has bleach in it. The other one, I don't think it has any. Well, I guess it has bleach in it, but I want to just, if I can get this cleaned up just a little bit so it's not so grungy looking. I got what is that? Soft scrub, and I've got scrubbing bubbles. I should be able to get the worst of this off. Just clean it. All I want to do is just clean it up just a little bit. If I can get it, somewhat presentable, that'll be great. And here we go, tracking the shit all over the, the stuff all over the ground, on the ground. All right, so I brought down a little blue scrubby. The blue ones, they're the ones that are, yeah, that's not going to do much. Ooh, that stuff is really on there. So I might have to let this, we'll scrub this in a little bit, and then we'll let it sit. What I'll probably do is I'll likely pick up a cover for this, so I don't have to keep doing this. Because to be honest with you, this is quite disgusting. But if I can get it cleaned up just so it doesn't look as bad, I'll be happy. Give that tank a little scrubby dub dub too. It's got some gunk all over it. Give these guys a little scrub down here. I sprayed some stuff on there. That stuff's coming off really, really good. It's painted on. These other pieces, though, these are kind of, they're like that fake plastic stone stuff. So I think this is going to take, a few times of good scrubbing. I'll probably have to get, oh, well, that just kind of was laying on there. Looks like the stuff just got a little corroded and broke off. So I'm probably going to have to drill some holes in here eventually. And, what the plan is, get my own place, because at least this will be cleaned up for my roommate and friend. Like I've said before, I've known him for 30 years plus, going on 31 now. And he's let me use this, so I want to take care of it, and I'll clean it up for him a little bit. I think what we'll try and do is get a little bit of this on there. See if that helps any. And then what we'll do is we'll soak this in there, because this has the bleach in it. So we'll just kind of scrub it around a little bit, and we'll let it sit, see how that does. I'm hoping it'll get the worst of it off anyway. At least make it so that I can feel comfortable setting a plate on it or something, It doesn't have to be, it's an outdoor piece of equipment. I don't expect it to be pristine. If it was indoor, outdoor, kind of covered all the time, then different story. There we go. That's actually looking pretty good. Let's try this one over here. I'm just going to go straight to this stuff. And I'm using a sponge that I don't plan on using again. I have a whole bunch of these around. I use them for doing dishes, and then when they get kind of like, then I put them out to use for things like this, or bathroom cleaning or something like that. I don't. Well, this is pretty bad in here. Ooh. There's some filler in there. Woo! That's going to have to soak. What we'll do is, while we're getting everything ready, I'm going to leave this to soak. And towards the end, we'll give it a good rinse down again. Hopefully. It's cleaning up pretty good, even without really looking at it. It's going to take a few scrubs for sure to get this somewhat decent. But that other side, I think I'm going to have to actually get some screws or bolts or something and fix that. Okay, we'll give this a little scrub. This doesn't look too bad. I'm just going to clean this up just a little bit on the outside. I know a lot of it'll burn off, but I just, when you use it, I want it to be somewhat clean. All right. So that's done. That's the worst of it, I think. And then, all right, we're going to leave that soak. I'll put this up somewhere and take it back indoors in a minute here. And I'll leave that right in the corner there. So I'm going to rinse the tank and stuff off, because that's down below. I'm not real concerned about it. But those plates, I'm going to leave those soak a little bit. And again, a lot, all this stuff that I just put all over this, it'll come off, it'll burn off. All right, get my hands clean. And this is all covered again. How about that? I think it just washed back in. was underneath there. Just rinse these off a little bit because these are going to go back in my bathroom or my room, whatever. I don't want to. There we go. The worst of that off. Perfect. So I'm going to leave this out here because I'm going to rinse it again. I'm going to actually move it a little more. I haven't figured out placement yet. That is another issue altogether. It's over this bump here. There we go. I don't really want to grab that piece because it's already broken. So there we go. Okay, perfect. Now that's kind of out of the way so I can assess things and look at what we're going to do here. So my thought is, since that thing is there, I want to put this over there, and well, I know that's not going to work. Or I might just put this way, and then this one over here, it'll leave a walkway out, and then it'll be going out away from the house. So we'll have all the heat out there. This chair, I'll figure out what I'm going to do with that later. So I think that's what we're going to do. Let me move this tank out of the way. So actually, I'm not going to let that soak because I know I'm going to come back here and do a couple more cleanings anyway. So we're just going to rinse all this crap off of here. So it came off fairly well. I think do a few more cleanings. It'll get the worst of it off. I mean, it's pretty good right now. So, I mean, I wouldn't pick up any food off of it and put it in the grill or anything. But it's clean up surface. I can put something over the top of it if need be. And that's actually another idea, maybe. I just, instead of trying to fix those trays, I'll just make some out of wood and then seal it up. So just get the rest of this off of here. And I've still got to clean the inside out. The inside's pretty bad. Like I said, there's some mud daubers or something in there. So I'm going to have to clean that out. So my thought process is that I take this and we'll put this over here next to the grapevines, right? I'm going to put it right to the edge. There we go. I've still got room back here. I can get in and out. And there should be, yeah, it's definitely full of mud daubers. It's got to be cleaned up. Should be enough room once I move this around to this side to come in and out. Now, if we need to move to get the wagon out, that's okay. We can do that too. There should be enough room out there. And on the one side over here. So that is pretty much where I'm at with this. So that gives me a work area out here where I can cook. I can do things. I don't have to be inside the house. Before we go, we'll let me take this cover up. This thing is not light, and this is supposed to be a travel one. So this is supposed to be one you can travel with. It is not light. Let me take that off. Should be able to roll that up. Move this strap if I can find it. There we go. Right. So this is the grill that I got. So it has two functions. Unlock these. On one side you have the grill side, so I can grill. And then on the other side, I have a griddle side. So I can do breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever. I can fry out here or on the grill, however I want to do it. That allows me to do more cooking for myself. It'll make cleanup a heck of a lot easier. Forget what model number this is. It's a Blackstone on the go. It's a 2-in-1. The griddle is 16 or 17 inches, so it's not huge, guys. So if you got a family, this is not it. You could, if you have a family, I would get the bigger one, which is my goal eventually. Once I get into my own place, my goal is to get the big griddle that has the 3 air fryers on the bottom, and then have a separate grill, maybe actually probably a couple of different grills, so I can do smoking on one, I can do gas on the other, and then have the griddle, so I'll have like a full thing. And this I'll keep as something for traveling, because at some point I do plan on getting back into doing a little bit of camping. So this will make good for that. But I thought I'd share that with you guys today. So today, after I get off of this, I'm probably gonna season the grill and the griddle. I have an idea to season these. I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll just take these, put them on the griddle. Probably gonna have to just do it one at a time. Let the oil burn off on that. Kind of make it like, if I season it right, it'll be somewhat non-stick, so I won't have to be cleaning them all the time. So I'll probably end up doing those one at a time. First things first, we're gonna get this the griddle seasoned, and we'll get going at that. But I guess I could do, I'll make another video and put it out maybe later this week. I'll do an extra video for the week on seasoning the grill. Again, that's another reason I want to do get my own veggies going up there. You know, I'll be able to chop them up right down here to the grill, and literally fresh out of the garden to the grill or griddle, and I'll be able to do that stuff. I do have a cover for this that does the that you melt the cheese with. I have the cover for it to go on there. I got a whole Blackstone cookware set. It was on sale. I want to say I got it for like 20 bucks. It was marked down 30 or 40%. Actually, no, it was more than that. It was 60% off, I think, when I got it. Because I only paid like 20 bucks, and they were like 60 or 70 off on a regular price. So, yeah. So I figure I'll turn this around this way so it's facing the inside. I want to try and get like an umbrella or something to put out here, like a table. So if I'm out here and it's raining, I'll have some cover from the rain if need be. But I'll get that turned around. Then I'll have 2 cook stations. So I'll have 2 grills if I need them. The chances are I'm probably only going to use this grill. It's smaller. That thing's pretty big. I'm definitely going to clean it up though, get it to a usable point so that if I do have company over or something, or my roommate has company and he needs an extra grill or whatever, it's there. It's available to use. Yeah, I definitely think I might take those trays off of that one, make some new ones out of wood or something. I even get a couple of wood cutting boards, and there's 2 pegs in there. I'll take a drill, drill a hole in for those pegs, and then from the bottom I'll screw it in there so it's tied to it. It's not going to come off. And if I do this way, so that everything's along a line this way, I'll have room. I can I have a folding poly table that I can put in the back, so I'll have room to put stuff out. So while I'm cooking, I don't have to run in and out, up and down, and all over the place. Because if you've ever used a griddle or a cast iron pan, things cook fast. You can't go, oh, I forgot that. Let me go back up and get that. By the time you come back, your stuff's burned. So yeah, so God, I wish I remembered the model number on this. It does not have it on here. Oh, that's weird. You would think they would put it right where you can read it. It's probably right here, but oh yeah, here it is. It's a 1550 Blackstone 1550 model. I want to say it's a C, but it's an on the go, has wheels. Those legs fold up, and then you can just basically pull it around with you wherever you're going. So, well, that's it. I mean, that's another step in my plan to help reduce my costs. This will give me the ability to make my own grilled items and griddle items. I used to make the used to take Thomas's English muffins and just make like the McDonald's McMuffin sandwich kind of thing. So this will allow me to do that a lot easier. When I did it upstairs, like it was just a nightmare, like constantly having to move stuff around and pans, not enough space, not enough this. This will allow me to cook probably 9-10 eggs at a time easily in those little round saucer egg cooker things. So I should be able to do a bunch in that. I could probably toast on the griddle. I could probably toast the English muffins on the griddle. If not, I can definitely toast them on the grill, and I could definitely toast them on the griddle. So, yeah. So, anyways, that's it. That's the next step, guys, and hopefully you enjoy this video. Like I said, towards the end of the month, I have guests coming over, so we are gonna go up to North Georgia, and by that time the leaves should be changing, should be like pretty spectacular. It's up in the mountain areas. So I'll shoot a bunch of shorts up there, maybe do like 1 or 2 videos for 2 weeks. And then later on, the second part of the week, I'm not 100% sure where we're going. We may go down towards Orange Beach or Pensacola Beach, down that way, have a couple days on the beach, relax, and then bring them back so they can get their flight back home. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are following me along in this. I'm glad to be sharing this with you, and so you can see from the beginning where people go, how they start, how they get to wherever they're getting. You know, my goal is to eventually get either a small farm or a homestead of my own. But you got to start somewhere. Like, again, I got in a lot of financial problems, so this is me trying to get out of it, living small, living below my means, and paying things off as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, I did have a setback, and I'll talk about that in previous videos, but yeah, I just did something dumb, and you know, I paid the price for it. So it's going to make me be a little more cautious now when I do things. Oh, sun's starting to peek through. Isn't that nice? So it makes me a little more cautious online. And guys, just be really, really careful out there today. Like, I was always cautious. I thought I was number one with not getting caught in scams, and yet I fell right into one. This stuff with AI, pictures, things like that, it's just getting so realistic. It's just hard to tell what's what and what's not, what's real, what's not real. So yeah. Anyway, I thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure to share this out with your friends. Try and get in. We gained a couple more followers, so you know it's working, and I appreciate it. And for those of you that are following along and liking and sharing, and bless you guys, thank you so much for doing all that you do. And you know, even if you're just watching, thank you for watching. I mean, that means a lot. It's going to push these out here, get the numbers up and whatnot. So hopefully we can get this further out. And as I get more information finance-wise, we'll go over that and whatnot, so we can talk about, you know, what my plans are, what my goals are. And again, like right now, the housing market is just overpriced, like way overpriced. It's crazy. You know, just a few years ago, a house that was 170,000-80,000 is now 300 some odd thousand. It's like just stupid numbers. So hopefully the market will come back down a little bit, and by the time I'm ready to buy and have the cash available to put down, things will be a little more in a more better position, or more better. God, that sounds really good. Anyway, yeah, as we go, my mistakes. This is live. I'm not hiding anything. So it'll be better, like hopefully in a couple of years, and hopefully in the next 2 to 3 years, I'll have enough money to put down on at least a home, so that I can get out on my own 2 feet, if not into a homestead. So there's where we're at. So guys, again, like, subscribe, share, push this video out to your friends. Let's get this up. I want to try and hit 75 by the end of the year. That's kind of my goal. So I do appreciate all you guys that are coming along for this. And if you're new here, welcome. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks for being here today. Guys, have a blessed day, and be safe all this week. Be safe out there. Take your time getting to work. Don't rush. If you're already late, don't rush, guys. You're already late. Doesn't matter. Take your time. You're better off arriving alive than not arriving at all. So be safe out there, guys. Have a great day. Be blessed. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day.